Hey, before you watch this video, coming up, go to the link right down below. It's challenge.com, and you can fill out a bracket for March Mascot Madness, which is going to kick off on March 2nd over on twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex. Do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Enjoy the video. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 56 of Week in Review. I am your sick host, Sean, and on this week's show, we're going to talk about limited edition Oreos, some Fudge Nutter Butters that I bought, and we'll look forward to this week's new releases. The only item we have on this show are some limited edition Oreos, and the reason is because I was very sick. I had a cold last week, as I mentioned, and I thought it was getting better as of like Tuesday or Wednesday last week. And then Thursday showed up and said, no, it's going to get a whole lot worse before it actually gets better. So I spent Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday just stuck in bed, and it was really awful. So I don't have any new content or new games that I've played, or like movies I've watched or games I've played. I played a little WRC6, which is available from Games with Gold. I played that for maybe 40 minutes, which was probably not my brightest idea. It's a good game. It's fine. I like rally games. It doesn't feel quite as good as Dirt, but that's fine. Only Dirt's going to feel like Dirt. The people over at Codemasters really have that nailed down. There's something about this game that just feels a little off. The cars feel a little light and they slide off the track too easily. There were a couple times where I ran into a rock, and instead of it just kind of dead stopping you, it you ran into it and then bounced back 30 feet. And I was like, that's a weird physics thing that doesn't make sense. I'm not an expert in physics, but that just doesn't seem quite right. And there's a weird, in most racing games, you just hold the left trigger and that'll brake / reverse you. In this game, you have to click it once it gets to 0, and then so hold it down, get it to 0, and then click it again, and then it'll reverse. So I don't know. It was a weird thing where I was trying to reverse and then trying to go forwards, and I'm stuck at 0, and I'm just, can you please go? I don't know. Again, I only played it for about 45 minutes. It's available free with Games with Gold if you have that. I believe that ends on the 15th, so you're running out of time, but it's there if you want it. And then that's all the games I really played. I was hoping to go see a movie. I was really hoping that this cold would be done Saturday and I'd have time on Sunday to go see a movie, but I just couldn't do it. With all that being said, we'll jump into our one and only item. Well, one of two items, our limited edition item, which I've had sitting down on the table in the kitchen for roughly a month at this point, saved for this exact moment, because for as much as I complain and hate Valentine's Day, I sure do go out of my way to buy dumb crap that says limited edition on it. So here we have limited edition Love Oreo. And the first thing you'll probably notice about this packaging is that it doesn't actually have a flavor. It just says sweet and tangy. And then it says see back for stickers. Oops, that's the wrong way. Hang on. Figuring it out. So there you go. No flavor. So there's some stickers on the back. That is awful on the audio. It says, crinkle, crinkle. It says, let's twist. Love at first bite. Dear Cupid, send Oreo. So that's what you have. You can lift the stickers off. I'm not going to, because I don't have anywhere to put these stickers. So we'll just kind of hold on to them. These packages are very loud. Oh, there's the lift. So we'll crack these open. Now, as I said, I've had them for about a month. So if they look a little crumbly, don't take that. Just assume that I dropped a bunch of crap on it, which is probably what happened. I got to buy 47 Mountain Dews a week. So that's probably part of the issue. Hello? All right, so there you go. That's what it looks like on the inside. A nice pink filling. They smell kind of fruity, I guess. I don't know. Not a whole lot's getting through my nose because I'm still a little stuffed up. Just trying to power through this. I got one cookie. It says Dunkin' Love on it. So we'll give it a try. It doesn't really taste like anything. That's super weird. I don't know what these are supposed to be. I guess they taste kind of fruity. I don't know. The guy at Safeway said that they tasted like Fruity Pebbles or something like that, but I don't get that at all. So I don't know. I don't know what this is. Huh. These are weird. They're not bad. I didn't bite into it and was like, oh, this is terrible. But I also don't really taste any special specific flavor to them. I don't know. When do these expire? That's probably the first thing I should have looked at. So they still are good. I couldn't find the expiration date, but that's totally fine. These aren't super great. I don't actually know if you can really find them. I saw them for a couple of weeks up at like the Safeway up there because I go there very, very frequently. And I don't know. I haven't seen them recently, so I grabbed them, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I don't know if you can find them, but I didn't taste anything all that special, so they're very meh to me. I'm not gonna go run out and buy even more, but I also don't think they're terrible. I don't know. This is the weird thing where it's right in the middle, and I don't have a lot to say either way. So there you go. Love Oreo. I do love Oreo. The other thing I picked up this week were fudge covered Nutter Butters, and they have fudge covered Nutter Butters and fudge covered regular Oreos. Since I already had Oreos, I figured I'd pick up the Nutter Butters. And sometimes when you're sick, you just have to say, you know what I don't want is like cold medicine and like good fluids that are going to help me get better. Sometimes you want to eat half a box of fudge covered Nutter Butters and drink a liter of Mountain Dew. So that's exactly what I did. The results of that probably weren't great. I will be the first to admit, but it felt good in the moment. It was a couple days later where you're like, remember when you had that? And that probably slowed the whole process down. Maybe don't do that next time. But unfortunately, I wish these were better. They aren't super. I don't know. There's too much fudge. Like all I tasted when I ate these were fudge, and I wanted that like Reese's has it like down so pat with the peanut butter and chocolate mix. That I was kind of hoping for something similar to this with like a different texture or different like flavor profile. I really like Nutter Butters. I think they are very, very good. I had the cereal on last year. I get them fairly regularly. And I don't know, I was disappointed that there was so much fudge on them and the peanut butter didn't really come through. You could taste the texture of the Nutter Butter. So you're like, man, I should be tasting peanut butter right now. But I'm not because the fudge is all over the place everywhere. So these were all right. I still ate like half the box, but I was sad while I did it. I shouldn't be sad when I eat fudge covered things. And these made me sad. But they were nice while I was sick. Last but not least on this sickness shortened show, that's a lot to put on my very strained vocal cords, is what's new this week. And there's actually a lot of good stuff coming out both in theaters and as far as the games are concerned. And one movie on Blu-ray that I think is of note, and it's Starsky and Hutch. I really like Starsky and Hutch. It's 15 years old this year. It's released as part of the Warner Archive collection. I don't know, like, I don't think it's like necessarily like corresponds with each other. I think it's just one of the movies that they have in their back catalog. They're like, I don't think it's been on Blu-ray, so they're probably like, we can throw it on Blu-ray under this archive collection. There'll be 18 people that buy it. I'll buy six copies of it, so I'm counting for a third of it. They'll make their money back. I really enjoy Starsky and Hutch. In theaters this week, Isn't It Romantic and Alita Battle Angel are out. I have tickets for both. So next week will be a more content-full show with like actually like movies and stuff instead of Oreos I bought a month ago. And then a bunch of stuff coming out games-wise. It's super weird because all of a sudden February and March are like hot points to put out games. And there are 4 games this week, and I think there's like 1 or 2 next week, and then there are 1 or 2 the week after. So all of a sudden the game stuff is like pretty busy, and I'm surprised at how busy it is as far as stuff in theaters is concerned. I know it's only 2 movies, but normally in February it's like just barren grounds. There's nothing coming out. Crackdown 3 finally hits this week. It's on Xbox One. It's part of Xbox Game Pass, which is a great addition to that catalog. This game has been in development for years, and it's good to finally see it come out. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be like Game of the Year contender, but as long as it's, I don't know, silly, dumb, fun, yeah, why not? I don't have a terribly large love for the Crackdown franchise, but putting Terry Crews front and center definitely helps. Also out this week is Far Cry New Dawn, which takes place 17 years after Far Cry 5. That's available on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I love the art direction that they're going with. It's a very colorful post-apocalyptic world. It's also budget priced at $40, which is pretty nice because a lot of the Far Cry games can feel kind of samey, and this one is reusing the map from Far Cry 5. It does have some other additional areas as well. But that $40 price tag definitely helps like me put my eyes on it, because as a person who didn't really like Far Cry 5, I'd be hesitant to jump in. But I don't know, a $40 price point, some cool new villains, hopefully they can kind of figure out how to have them have more to do in the game would be that would be my ideal thing. I also have seen a lot of gameplay from this game, and I like what I've seen. Not only from the color palette change, but it looks like there are some RPG elements, like you can have different level guns, and like when you hit people, like when you hit enemies, like you shoot them or whatever, it'll tell how much damage they did. So there's like a numbers aspect to it. So I'm looking forward to trying this game out. Also out on Friday. That's three Friday games: Crackdown 3, Far Cry New Dawn, and last but not least, Metro Exodus, which is a game that I probably shouldn't play because I haven't played the first two. But another game that I think I talked about it with E3 when I did my E3 recap. I didn't really care about the game, and then I watched like a 15-minute gameplay video that they put out and was totally like on my radar now. I actually meant to go back and play the original two Metro games. I have them remastered on the Xbox One, but I never got around to it. So this is a game that I would be more excited for if I had played the original two games. So it might be a while until I get to it. Hopefully there is a gap in the game's releases coming up, and maybe I can dedicate some time to the Metro franchise. And then finally, on PlayStation 4 is a game that I randomly ran across as I was scrolling through the Drop blog post, and it is called Meow Motors, and it's a cat-based go-kart game, which is completely ridiculous. I watched like a trailer for it, and I was like, this looks fun. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, and maybe there will be a gameplay video out later this week. Xbox Game Pass had its games announced for the month of February. On February 7th, Shadow of the Tomb Raider was added, alongside The Walking Dead, the complete first season, that Telltale series, which wraps up next month with its final season. Crackdown 3 hits on February 15th, and Batman Return to Arkham, which contains Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City, hits on February 21st. So a pretty good month as far as Xbox Game Pass is concerned. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Week in Review. If you like the content, scroll on down and hit that subscribe button. While you're there, you can leave a comment, just like Ashley did. Ashley says, glad you enjoyed Farm Together. I'm also glad it helped you out this weekend. Thank you. And then you also said that you haven't played it, but it is still a mouthful, in reference to Forza Horizon 4's Fortune Island DLC. Still a mouthful, and one person agrees with me. Jacob also wrote a comment down below and said, hey, it's Captain 4K. Keep this up, man. Thank you. Once I get a podcast up and running, I will most definitely invite you. I would appreciate the invite, and I would be happy to be on your show. So leave the comments like they did, and I'll read them on the show next week. Let me know if you're going to go see Isn't It Romantic or Alita Battle Angel, or if you're going to play any of the games that I talked about, because there's a lot of stuff coming out this week. Let me know your thoughts on them, because you probably will have a little bit of time between the game coming out and the episode posting, so I can, put that into my own personal review. Hopefully, as far as I'm concerned, hopefully I'm going to see both of those movies, and I'll play at least probably Crackdown 3 and probably a little bit of Far Cry. So if you're playing either of those games, let me know what you think. Be sure to go fill out your bracket for the March Mascot Madness tournament. That is over at Challonge. That's CHALLONGE.com/March Mascot Madness 1. That'll be broadcast live on twitch.tv/Shawnosaurus Rex over on March 2nd. So get your brackets in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Be sure to check back every Tuesday for more Week in Review. See you next week. Hopefully not sick anymore.